My name is Jazmyne Viloria and I graduated from Maui High School. I was always into photography or just taking pictures wherever, so I thought the inevitable pathway was to go into media to learn more about cameras. In middle school, I signed up for their Maui after-school STEMworks program, and I think the first sentence I spoke to Ms. Suzuki was, "Do you know who I am?" She responded so nicely with just like a bubbly attitude of, "I don't know who you are, please introduce me." So I think that first initial impression really held throughout all my 3 years with Ms. Suzuki. She always encouraged her students to go above and beyond and not just limiting them to, "Oh, you're a middle schooler, this is what you're supposed to do." She really pushed our boundaries and really showed us that there's so many opportunities in the community that we can do to help out and also tell the story of others. Going through the program, it really showed me that these opportunities are so important to middle schoolers at such a young age, as it forms their mindset going into high school and the real world. So I actually go back and help out with Ms. Suzuki's media program. I just finished mentoring their media camp as well as their robotics camp with a focus in documenting and creative media. These opportunities of PBS Hawaiʻi, HIKI NŌ, and SRL really just astonished me on how there's so many programs that bring a new generation of storytellers at such a young age. That really cultivated my passion with creative media and especially storytelling, so I continued that all throughout middle school and high school, oftentimes getting involved in HIKI NŌ seasonal challenges, going out in the community and telling others stories.
And these steps are creating a path that many around the world are following.
We did quite a handful of stories when I was in middle school. We did on the plastic pollution, a story on Mr. Robert Fusato and him and his wife's journey of adopting. We'd also done another one relating to family about a boxing coach who formed his own ohana through boxing.
It's given me a family, it's given me dreams and aspirations, it's taught me hard work, and without it I 100% would not be the person I am today.
We also highlighted a local food truck who was donating free meals to government workers during the government shutdown.
Not only do these actions benefit the community, they build community.
So every weekend we will go out to the community and find stories or find people to do stories on. And I think that was one of those, find a story within an hour and create a feature story about it.
It gives me a sense of belonging to our community.
Actually, in 8th grade, some of the high school clubs came to our school to kind of pitch them to us. And the first club that I went to was immediately Mr. Gima's video club. It was kind of funny seeing Ms. Suzuki and Mr. Gima stand next to each other because they radiate such different energies. Mr. Gima isn't a nice person essentially, but he's ultimately kind. I guess it's like tough love. Like he'll tell you up straight like what's bad about a video. So it's really giving a clear lens and not a bias. I think carrying my creative media passions onto high school, I think Ms. Suzuki showed me all the pathways of creative media, whereas with Mr. Gima, he helped me realize which pathway is the right one for me. Creative media, my storytelling skills can be brought to a new platform towards the business side, specifically marketing.
And by bringing those things into modern culture, younger people or people that are not necessarily connected to their culture will attach to that.
So, given the prompt, Where Tradition Meets Today, for my HIKI NŌ Fall Challenge entry, I wanted to do a story on mise kimono because of their roots within the Japanese traditional culture and how they're kind of stitching that into modern casual clothing.
So we want to introduce that traditional aspect to younger people or to more modern people.
But after interviewing with their owner, I found such a deeper story of how they're not only perpetuating their culture, but also the spirit of their grandmother.
She was very strong, she was very loud, she was very boisterous, she was fun, crazy. And so, we embody that spirit in this store. Loud, crazy prints, really fun colors, and we always think about her when we do something.
Without the initiative of HIKI NŌ, I wouldn't have learned that and formed that connection. They place you into the position of, what do you want to do? How will you tackle this problem? How will you show this story? They give these pathways full of creativity, full of purpose that really instills so much within a middle schooler that helps them throughout their self-identity journey, finding their own passions, whether it be in the media field or not. It really stays at the forefront of their mind throughout their whole high school journey and influencing their future. I was still having that, I think that debate almost every Hawaii student has is out-of-state versus in-state. Everywhere I went, I was asked, why would you ever leave Paradise? I chose Manoa because I wanted to directly help my community. I think when everyone hears Hawaii, they think kind of the tourist aspect of palm trees, beaches, hotels, resorts, blah, blah, blah. I want to help shine a light upon those local stories, those cultural-driven businesses, those projects that aren't really seen within the global perspective. So with that in mind, I committed to UH Manoa to major in marketing and possibly also double major as marketing and cinematic arts. We'll see where college takes me. But overall, my goal is to use my skills through HIKI NŌ, through all these extracurricular activities and UH Manoa to become that resource for local business owners and help them show their story. I thought going to HIKI NŌ that I was just gonna be a student, I was just gonna sit down, learn, watch, maybe do a couple assignments, videos on the side, but instead I left with such a greater purpose and self-identity that I never would have thought going into it.